こんにちは。やさしいビジネス英語の杉田敏です。それでは早速今月のレッスンに入りましょう。第1週は Lesson 22 Performance Appraisal 人事効果です。まず内容を簡単に説明しましょう。定例のスタッフ会議において人事の竹内さんから新しい人事効果システムの導入についての発表がありました。まず反対ののろしを上げたのは案の定一元孤児として有名な坂田博です。坂田さんの論点には論理的でもっともな部分もあるのですが、プレゼンテーションが悪いため聞く人につい反発心を起こさせてしまいます。ではビニエットを通しで聞いてください。
I have an announcement concerning a change in our performance appraisal system. Effective immediately, we're implementing a new appraisal process designed to encourage an open and ongoing flow of communication between managers and employees in the areas of performance feedback, career discussions, and work planning. We have a new appraisal form of which you each have a copy before you. Employee relations will not process salary decisions in the future unless this form has been submitted.
Oh, Christ, not again.
Hero, you're obviously not very pleased with this new procedure. Any special reason?
It looks just like the system we tried a few years ago. It didn't work then, and it won't work this time either.
We've become quite accustomed to hearing nothing but negative opinions from your corner, if I may say so.
Now, wait just a minute. I thought we were all entitled to express our own opinions freely in this company. How can you discuss something if you don't look at all the sides of the issue?
I appreciate your playing the role of devil's advocate, Hero. Tell me what happened before. I'd like to know.
It went over like a lead balloon.
Why?
Well, just like this new form here. The appraisal form we had to use then had a line for the employee to sign.
That's fair enough, isn't it? It's a way of making sure that the employee has had a chance to see the form and learn how he or she has been evaluated.
But this idea of a face-to-face appraisal, after which the subordinate has to sign the evaluation form, it really runs counter to Japanese culture.
You mean they don't conduct appraisals in Japanese companies?
Sure they do, often twice, even 3 times a year, and their approach is generally quite systematic.
Maybe so, but I'd like you to find me a Japanese company where the employee has to read his own evaluation results. The whole setup was uncomfortable for both the managers and the employees because people here don't care for that kind of confrontational approach to evaluation. Furthermore, the workload on managers was horrendous. You had to evaluate each member of your staff on over 20 items using a 7-point scale ranging from outstanding to totally unsatisfactory. It took more than 2 hours to evaluate a single employee if you tried to do it properly.
But this time the form has been revised to include only 6 dimensions. See?
That won't change the fact that managers tend to rate everybody more or less the same to avoid friction.
Perhaps that's just the point. Remember the annual morale survey last month? One of the findings was that employees want their work to be evaluated fairly. Equal and fair aren't the same thing, after all.
They also indicated they wanted more discussion about their own professional development plans.
My feeling about the appraisal process is that friction and discontent can be minimized if the manager takes the attitude of a coach rather than a judge. What you're trying to do is counsel the employee on how to be a more effective player. Of course, that requires the manager to know more about the employees, their talents, their ambitions, their hidden potential. Used properly, I believe this new appraisal process can serve as a useful tool in promoting manager-employee dialogue. The idea is to say to the employee, let's see where you are, where you want to go, and how I can help you get from here to there.
That's a fine-sounding speech. Well, let me tell you, when it's an expatriate manager evaluating a Japanese subordinate, it's not that easy. First of all, there's the language barrier. In many cases, people get the impression that they're being rated not on their job performance so much as on their ability to speak English and to exhibit American-style behavior traits like assertiveness and aggressiveness. That's a major source of discontent among the Japanese staff members.
Hero, aren't you forgetting that this is an American company? There's no way everybody from Ray Weston on down is going to learn Japanese for our sake or suddenly switch to Japanese-style behavior. So it's up to us to do our best to improve our communication skills in English and to adjust ourselves to Western methods of working.
I think you're quite right, Ken. And I might add that even in the U.S., supervisors don't get any joy out of conducting appraisals, any more than employees like receiving them. But it's not something we can avoid if we hope to keep raising our productivity and making it possible for people to earn better wages. Granted, this new system may not be perfect, but let's take it and see if we can't make it work.
月曜日の予習です。ビニエットに使われる主な例文です。正しい発音とイントネーションをあらかじめチェックしてください。それぞれ2回読みますので、後についてどうぞ。
We have a new appraisal form. We have a new appraisal form.
Any special reason? Any special reason?
It won't work this time either. It won't work this time either.
Now wait just a minute. Now wait just a minute.
It went over like a lead balloon. It went over like a lead balloon.
That's fair enough, isn't it? That's fair enough, isn't it?
続いて発音練習をしましょう。後についてどうぞ。
I was hoping to get one of the remaining blankets. I was hoping to get one of the remaining blankets.
I have a feeling something is wrong. I have a feeling something is wrong.
She's anxious to get the donkey going again. She's anxious to get the donkey going again.
続いてエクササイズです。例文が出たらまず繰り返してください。次にヒントが出ますので、そのヒントに従って次々に言い換えていってください。1番からどうぞ。
1. Effective immediately, we're implementing a new appraisal process.
Starting next month.
Starting next month, we're implementing a new appraisal process.
The company will adopt.
Starting next month, the company will adopt a new appraisal process.
A different logo.
Starting next month, the company will adopt a different logo. 2. You're obviously not very pleased with this new procedure.
He appeared to be.
He appeared to be very pleased with this new procedure.
Bewildered by.
He appeared to be bewildered by this new procedure.
The complicated tax form.
He appeared to be bewildered by the complicated tax form. 3. Tell me what happened before.
Please fill him in on.
Please fill him in on what happened before.
What we discussed.
Please fill him in on what we discussed before.
At the last meeting.
Please fill him in on what we discussed at the last meeting.